Yeah, it is on now.
Yeah, recording has been started. Okay, so hi sir, how are you?
I'm doing good. Don't call me sir, just call me Roshan. And how about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm also excellent. I'm enjoying my day. So, how's the day going on so far?
It's Sunday, nothing much to do. I was just watching a movie. Then I got your message, and here I am. What about you? What do you do on Sundays?
Actually, it is special Sunday because it is a day of my brothers, sister-in-law and brother, because
Mm-hmm.
it's their like wedding anniversary. So we are going to
Oh,
celebrate. After this
nice.
conversation, I will go to home because I have come somewhere because in order to record my session, I
Mhm.
need to out of my house because there are so many people sometimes. So now I'm
Mhm.
out of somewhere, like in someone's house. So I am here, and yeah, my day is going very excellent. I can say I can't complain.
Nice, nice. You are putting so much effort to record these videos. So, what's the
Yes.
reason? Is it because of improving your English, or do you want to become a YouTuber?
Yes, I want to be a YouTuber since it was
Mhm.
my desire when I started learning this language. But due to some uh, I didn't have a resources that time. I couldn't say
Mhm.
because how to edit the video, even I don't know how to find out the people. So that's
Mhm.
why I didn't start my journey earlier. But now I got. Like everything, I know how to edit, I know how to get people, so now everything is in my comfort. So I'm starting, so I want to be a YouTuber, but I don't know
Nice.
my channel will grow
I
because I
saw it.
recently
Just
started my channel.
sorry. It's your
I
second channel.
recently started my channel. It's my it has been 2 months only.
Oh, you recently started. Hmm.
Yes.
Well, you just have to be consistent and upload good content. Eventually, your channel will grow. Like YouTube is
Yeah.
a platform where you can't expect instant growth. Of course, if you have a different personality and a great content, that's a different case. But if you are a learner and you are uploading your journey, then of course you must have patience, right?
That is true because whatever you do in life, consistency and patience both are really important because Rome wasn't built in a day. It took so many years. So similarly,
Exactly.
whatever you want to be in your life, you must have a patience and just do your work without any result expectation, right? Because
Hmm.
sometimes we don't get result in some time, like a short period of time. We have to go extra mile to
Hmm.
get to succeed. So consistency and like patience really important to get success in life.
Exactly. All right, let's introduce ourselves and then we'll continue our conversation. Yeah,
Of course. So shall I introduce myself first?
sure, sure.
Okay, so this is Nishi Gupta, and right now I'm talking to you from Punjab. Basically, I was born in UP. Last 20 years, I have been residing here in Punjab. That's why I did my all academic in Punjabi medium in Punjab. And if I talk about my like a qualification, I'm a graduate in English literature. Along with that, I also appeared IELTS. In IELTS, I got overall 6 band. At present, I am acting as a teacher, an English teacher in a college. Recently, I got a job and so I'm performing good at my college, I can say. So yeah, this is about myself. As well as I am running YouTube channel with the name of Learn with Nishu.
Hmm. Yeah, shall I introduce myself now?
Of course.
So, you already know my name is Roshan and I am from Bihar. I am also doing a degree in English honors and I'm going to do my master's now. And I also work in a school. I teach online and I also run a YouTube channel with name Roshan Escapes where I talk about English learning, books, and I record conversational videos like this. So, that's pretty much about me.
I'm glad to know. So, sir, I have many questions in my mind because first time when I stumbled upon your videos, so I saw your video on Sasta podcast, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
what made you start this niche like Sasta podcast? Why did you give this name, Sasta podcast?
First of all, as you mentioned earlier, I also didn't have many resources. So I didn't know how to record videos. All I had was my smartphone, no gadgets, not even a proper mic. So that's why I kept the name Sasta. And of course, I was recording my conversational videos with my friends. So that's how the name was inspired. And I think it's a good name considering how I'm recording my videos. That's why I kept the name.
That's great. Yeah, because now though the title is Sasta, but people they are getting very expensive knowledge, like information, which you are
Mhm.
mentioning about books. This is really important. Your videos are quite like inspiring, I can say. I haven't watched so many videos, but most of the videos I watch, and generally you talk about books, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because every time you mention books, so I just it made my mind that yeah, obviously you are talking about books. So that's a
Yes,
great.
yes.
Hmm.
Mhm. I think
Can
whenever
you?
you are learning a language, like doesn't matter what's your goal is. If you
Yeah.
want to speak, if you want to good at writing, or if you want to get information, the best resources are books, right? And there are tons of ways you can read books nowadays. There are audio books, there are physical copies, there are ebooks. So that's how I have learned this language. So I always try to emphasize the fact that reading is a really important part of learning any language, and I talk about it.
Hmm. To be honest, I watched many videos and people they are recommending just read. So just getting inspiration from the people. Just today, I also got two books
Mhm.
from my library, and they are really very important, to be honest, like how to win
Mhm.
people and influence people as well. So because I never like I can't say that I didn't read books, I read books, but nowadays I don't know why I switched myself from the books. So I want to develop the habit of reading, so that's why I again took two books and I'm reading that.
I think the reason could be social media and our attention span. Nowadays, people
Hmm.
prefer to watch instead of reading. It's easier, and I'm not complaining though. But when you are reading a book, you have to pay extra attention and you learn things deeply. Like, of course, there are different criteria to learn, and like people learn. For example, there are people who are able to learn when they are listening, right? When they are watching something. But there are people who prefer reading, and there is no problem whatever route you are choosing. If you are learning quickly in whatever manner, you should go with that, right?
Yeah, that is true. It could be also a lack of concentration, right? Because nowadays we
Exactly.
people are finding enjoyment, right, on the social
Mhm.
media. So that we are also giving a cold shoulder to read books. So that's why maybe it was my reason, and now I have realized the importance of reading books. That's why I picked again the reading.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I mentioned this thing called attention span, and we
Hmm.
we are losing our ability to focus on a single thing for a longer period of time. And if you read a book, you don't have any other alternative. You cannot scroll. You cannot go to other page and start looking for something more entertaining, right? And you cannot be instantly entertained. For example, if you watch YouTube, you are watching short videos, reels. You think that you can learn English within a minute. You watch all those videos and short videos, but you are not able to recall whatever you have watched throughout the day, right? But if you have read a single page with attention, you will remember it even in the evening, the second day, the third day, because to read that single page, you had to pay attention, right? And you pay attention, things stay with you for a longer period of time.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Because reading demands concentration and deep understanding. Because if you are just reading and you don't pay attention, attentively reading, so there is no use of reading that book. In order to read a book, you must have a concentration and just good intellectual to understand what the writer is saying. Otherwise, there is no use because concentration is really important while reading books.
Mm-hmm. But you talked about intellectual thing that's not required. I mean, there are different kinds of books. For example, if I'm reading a fantasy book, there I don't have to pay much attention because why I'm reading that to entertain myself. But if I'm reading a book to pass my exams, if I'm reading a grammar book, if I'm
Hmm.
reading something which is full of information, there I have to pay extra attention, right? But to
Yeah.
read comics, to read fantasy books, You can do it just for the sake of entertainment. So it depends why you are reading and what kind of books you are reading.
Yeah, that is true. So, sir, I have one more question. Sorry, that is, how did you start your journey?
Learning English or reading books?
Uh, Learning this language.
Actually, I have answered this question so many times that it was never intentional that I want to learn this language. When I was a child, I always loved reading storybooks, but those books were in Hindi. But when I was introduced to a smartphone during lockdown, I was watching a lot of anime, movies, TV shows, and also reading comics, especially manga. They are Japanese comics. And at that time, 2019, 2018. I was in high school, class 11, 12th. So there I met so many people who were learning English at that time. So I also joined their community, their group. And there I started speaking. Whatever I was watching, whatever I was reading, I used to talk with them. So it was a class. But then lockdown happened. I stopped going to that class. And then I never stopped reading and watching those things. So because of my surrounding, that artificial environment I had created, I was able to comprehend this language, right? And then after my graduation, or during the last year of my graduation, I decided to start my YouTube channel. My first conversation was with Santa ma'am, and there I got this confidence that yes, I can also do this, because I have to make a career in this. I want to become a teacher here online, so I needed to be confident and uh, get rid of this thing called camera consciousness, because I was a really camera shy person. Whenever I was speaking, I used to freeze. So talking to people here online made me get rid of this thing called hesitation.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad to know. But mostly people they start their journey with intention, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
when I journey, it was intentionally because I was supposed to give IELTS exam. That's why I decided to learn this language. Though I had a desire after my intermediate, my 12th class, but
Mm-hmm.
I had that much desire, but I was focused on only my books. But later I understand that my mother, my brother, my sister, they want me to clear IELTS exam. So I need to focus on English language communication. So I just
Mm-hmm.
started working on that.
Yeah, yeah. We all have different reasons, right? If I had not met my friends in class 11, 12, I would not have spoken with them, right? So that was intentional. Joining that group, joining that spoken class, it made me aware that we can also talk in English. But even after joining that, whenever I had to speak in front of cameras, I never spoke. Like this was the thing which I was really scared of. But this year, 2024, 2025, I thought I need to get rid of this agitation. And what was your reason? Why did you want to clear IELTS? Any reason for that?
Yeah, earlier there was a reason because my
Mm,
sister she wanted me to go out of India for higher education because
mm,
there are so many my students like my friends and in my vicinity of my neighbors, their son, their brother, they were going to Canada, Australia. So like my neighbor aunt, she
mm,
told my sister like
mm,
why Nishu is not trying for IELTS. She must attempt to first time at least. So
mm,
she
mm,
my sister told me, Nishu, you have to attempt first time at least, give just one try, let's see what
mm,
will happen, just to see that later. And I said no, I don't want to like go out of India. Then she showed me some lifestyle of other country, and people
yes.
are in, they are earning good. And whenever that auntie came used to come to my like house, and she always see my relation, in my relation there are so many girls, boys, they have settled, they are earning, and they send
Mm,
this much amount of money. So somewhere I also thought why I am behind that, I can also
mm,
learn this, like I want to clear this IELTS exam somehow. So I started, and just because of my sister, right? Though I didn't have that much curiosity or desire, but my sister, she like emphasized me, she like so much like pressurized me a lot, to be honest. Why?
mm,
Because just because of Punjab culture, because there are so many people they are going abroad. But now I don't have any like interest. I don't want to go out of India because the now I know the struggle of there. To be honest,
Mhm.
it is very hard. Whatever we see, it is just a superficial. It's a charm. People they are
Mhm.
not sure quality of like what are they doing. They just showing this much amount of they are earning the lifestyle, but there is a so much struggle as compared to India even. So I thought like if I want to struggle over there, I want to struggle here in India. I will make my
Yeah.
career. I don't need to go anywhere. So now I don't have any like desire or ambition to go out of India. So this is because I started learning this language.
It is understandable. Even though I'm not aware of Punjabi culture, but I have seen a lot of movies, and I know even in news, I see a lot of people trying to go Canada, especially from Punjab, right?
Yes,
And the recent movie which came, Donkey, have you watched it? A circus
yes,
movie. It was based on that how people, even my father lives in a different country, but
hmm.
the kind of life he's living is really struggling. he has
Very
he, he has gone there legally, but the thing is that he has to struggle a lot. Like, he's not educated, he's working as a labor there, but he wants his children, me and my brother, that we educate ourselves and become financially independent here, that we should not travel to a different country, right? So I totally understand your point, why people get influenced by watching those videos or listening to their neighbors, that the lifestyle is better in a different country, but they don't know how much struggle there is, right? Nobody is showing what's the reality, how they are earning that money.
And one thing I want to add here, you must have seen people go out of India, like US especially, by donkey, right? And they don't know when they die because the way the path they choose, it is full of risk. And more importantly, they have to pay 35 lakhs, 40 lakhs, and they don't know. They don't have a surety they will reach over there or like safely or not. Because
Mhm.
recently in UK, the president like whatever Trump, right?
Trump.
He like so he like deported 210 students who were working in USA illegally. They didn't
Oh.
have any legal proof working over there.
Mm-hmm.
And like like when people go through a donkey, they go to the sea, there are so many difficult
Yeah, it's not safe. It is not
it's
safe.
not completely safe because
Mm.
there are many news I read every day on social media or any newspaper. First, they say one young boy dead while donkey, girl while donkey.
No,
Like I
I
don't.
don't see those kind of news. Sorry to interrupt you. I was not even aware of the thing called Donkey before that movie came. Like, after
Hmm,
watching that movie, I was aware that people go to a different country through illegal manners or through agents, and they have to pay a lot of money, right? And they, for example, I'm from Bihar, and I have seen a lot of people going to Saudi, Dubai. They go
yes,
through agents, and they are promised a certain amount of salary, a certain kind of lifestyle, a job. But what they receive a working class job where they have to work as a labor. They don't
yes.
get the desired salary. So I'm aware of this, but donkey part, I was educated on this topic after watching that movie.
Yes, because it is full of risk, but still
Yeah.
people they are not managing. They are choosing this risky way. Why? Because they are completely get influencer, like influenced from the people who are living out of India. Like they are showing
Mhm.
on a social media and they get influenced. That's why they are somehow want to go out of India. That's the reason of Punjab. But now
Mhm.
some has been reduced by the strictness which has been taken place in the Canada or Australia as like the UK or
Mhm.
USA.
I think people go there to make a living, right? To have a better lifestyle. But here in our country, it is difficult to get a job. But if you are working on yourself, then eventually you will get a job, right? So I can understand their style also, that why they are trying that manner. But if you are investing that much money, which you mentioned, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, I didn't know that they were investing that much. So why to invest that much money? If you can invest that money in our country on yourself, just imagine you will lead how good of a life you can't even imagine, right?
because they have a doubt like if I invested my 20 lakhs here in India on any small business, so how it will work, whether it will not work, so such kind of like self doubt they have. But if they are going out of India, they think that they will get a job, they will get a good money, so that is the reason. But from my point of view, now I have realized uh,
Hmm.
like if you want to get something in life, you can make your career here in India as well, provided you must have skills, right? Right,
Exactly.
because our main purpose of life is to live enjoyably, right? Like in
Hmm.
the end we all have to die, so why we are just making our life so chaotic instead of just
Yeah.
enjoying? But some
I
people, they
think
don't understand this thing. They just
not
want
some
money.
people, everyone struggles with that, but some of us are able to convince us that life will get better. But people who are in that difficult situation, they can't convince themselves. So there is nothing we can do. All right,
Yeah.
Nisuji, I have to go now. My mother was calling me, so I would
Yeah,
love to
I also
chat to you.
have to go. Okay, so thank you so much for your precious time. And I'm also looking forward to have another session with you because this
Absolutely.
time I'm going to upload on my channel. So I will meet you in another session for you, your channel.
I think we can upload the same video, but later on we can record another session, like
Yeah,
maybe some
sure,
other
sure.
time.
Possible. Okay, thank you so much.
All right then.
Have
Bye.
bye bye.